Nice to see you.
Welcome back. Do you need any recommendations? Oh, expecting a weein'? Congratulations. Lucky you. I don't think I've seen a newborn in Cunicht for as long as I've lived here. Wise of you to prepare yourselves. I think I have just the thing for you. The Temple of the All-Mother issued this book to instruct their priestesses in midwifery. Speaking of which, if you want some practical tips, you should ask Nianti. She might still remember how to deliver a baby, although I wouldn't bet on it. So, when's the baby coming? Then I hope you get back home in time. A woman shouldn't be left alone in a time like this. Or so I'm told. It's different in the tribes. My mother always told me the story of how her waters broke when she was dragging the weird deer's carcass home. And I was right in the middle of skinning it when you decided to pop your head out. Oh, speaking of cultural differences, have you thought about names? Ha! Aren't you sweet? Thank you. But don't name that boy after that bastard. It might bring him bad luck. Alright. I'm no keeping you. I hope everything goes smoothly for the two of you. Here's the book.
Oh, hello there.
Hi. Have you had a chance to drop by the bookshop yet? Oh, thank you. I knew I could count on you. I hope it'll put my wife's mind at ease. Here's your money, and a little extra. You've done a good deed.
Have some spare food or coin?
What is it now? If it's chatter you're after, you'll be disappointed. Aye, these are bear claws indeed. You've got a knack for this. Or just plain luck. Either way, these will do nicely. Good, now maybe I can actually secure those tents properly. So the job's done? And here I was, ready to send out a search party. You are full of surprises, which is more than I can say for most of the folks around here. Marrow gas shells, and in one piece. Impressive. These will keep our armor strong and our soldiers breathing. Don't expect a parade, but yeah, well done. Now, move along.
My lord, what a smell! And the drink, full service. Go tell that madman he can start packing. When he's ready to leave the prison, and Connacht, I'll let him go.
can't imagine how my heart rejoices that you didn't leave me here. So? Of course. If they want to face the beast on their own, that's none of my concern. I wonder where I'll go. I've heard there are beasts lurking around the Forlorn Swords. I should head there. One less beast means at least one human life saved. I fear nothing anymore. I can do it. Thank you again, my friend. Farewell.
Ah, it's you. Still. Bye.
The seal looks good. Orders are orders. I'm glad, Ferk, it's your problem now instead of ours. Let's move out, boys.
Who are you? Did Camelot send you? I'm not talking to those thieves. Get lost. I think it's quite obvious, isn't it? They're harassing an honest inventor. First, they stole my entire life's work, and now they show up with grievances. I'm not giving them anything, and I'm not letting anyone in either. Oh, aye, it did. And no surprise there. They've only got themselves to blame. They barged in here and grabbed everything that wasn't nailed down. No, actually, they even prized loose the things that were nailed down and took them too. Do you know what this device is? It's a pyrolosite stabilizer. And they took all the pyrolosite, but left the stabilizer behind. No wonder it blew up. Yes, pyrolosite, my most prized invention. I've spent half my life working on it. And what did they do? Well, they just took it away. And now they're surprised that it blew up. Well, pyrolosite is a wondrous substance. It can create fire anywhere you are. All you need is a drop of pyrolosite, add a little spit, and there you have it. Oh, it also amplifies the power of weird fires. Isn't that marvelous? So, tell me, don't you think it's marvelous? Exactly! But all great inventions need painstaking preparation. It takes years of experimentation to make them safe for use. As you can see, my pyrolosite isn't stable yet. That's why the stabilizer is essential. Without it, it's still a dangerous substance. Well, I was pretty agitated at the time. Exactly. It's their own fault. All I want to do is keep living my life and to keep creating. They should just return what they stole. Then they won't have to worry about their safety. You would do that for me? A stranger in Connacht and not even from Camelot? Thank you. Whatever happens, thank you for acting as our intermediary. I think we could all use an impartial perspective on this entire tragic situation. Goodbye. It was nice talking to someone normal for once. And goodbye.
He's old, lonely, and mad. I feel sorry for him.
Just stay put. Everything will be okay.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
Nice to see you.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
O All-Mother, keeper of day and night, shelter us in your embrace. Oh, I hope I'm not bothering you. My family, my daughter, her husband, and my grandson, we all used to live in this house together. Now, I don't even know whether they're still inside. I was visiting my sister in the borough for what might have been the last time. She's 2 years younger than I am, but she's always been sickly. When I got back, the plague was already raging. The Red Priests either took the others or drove them away. Nobody can tell me if they took my family to the island asylum or if they're all lying dead inside, with flies crawling all over them. So I sit here and pray. What else can I do? Thank you. If you ever pray to the All-Mother, please keep us in your thoughts too. Oh, but that's dangerous. You've got so much life ahead of you. Do you really want to risk it for an old woman you don't even know? Not only could you get sick, but if the Reds catch you, they'll hang you. Pride comes before a fall, my dear. I wouldn't want you on my conscience. But if you decide to go in, I won't stop you. I might even try to distract the Red Priests if they come this way. Thank you. You're a good person. Now I'll pray to the All-Mother for my family to come back safe, and for you too.
Back again? You're here. Speak your piece. Finally, Croakmore's skin. I'll make sure this goes to good use. Didn't think you had it in you, but you proved me wrong. Keep it up. Wow, look at you. You've done everything I asked. Hunted down Croakmore, collected Morroghast shells, and even more in between. Must have kept you quite busy, right? You know, sometimes I feel a bit odd posting all these tasks. They can seem pointless, running back and forth, fetching this and that. But some people, they just need something to keep their hands busy and their minds off darker thoughts. Keeps them from getting underfoot, or doing something reckless. Good to know you're one of those who can handle it. Keeps things running smoothly around here. So, good job, I suppose. Now don't let it go to your head. There's always more to be done, and I'm sure I'll have another task for you soon enough. You're here. Speak.
Is that you, Roy? Have you finally come to visit your grandpa? I won't listen to this drivel. One more lie, and you'll all regret it. Anyone could write such nonsense. That's it. I've had enough of your scheming. Goodbye.
Damn it. Damn it. I know you tried. This isn't your fault. It's mine. Wilbur was my patient. I can't run this hospital all on my own. It's an impossible task. Someone with money, preferably. I won't lie. I've thought about it already. More than once. Someone who can supply us with ingredients. Maybe an alchemist. To make the medicines. At one point, I even considered asking the Red Priests for help. But Neonte would have my head. Then I thought about Orwin and the Merchants' Union. But I can't abandon the patients. Just to have a long discussion about the business prospects of a failing hospital. Huh. What doesn't she have against them? First, she abhors the doctrine of K. On a purely theological level. Her words, not mine. And then it's all about politics. She says the influence of the Red Church is undermining the position of the All-Mother on Avalon. I don't know. Maybe people just turn to whoever is willing to help. If the priestesses aren't enough, someone has to step in. I know. That's why I'm hesitant. But some of them are also quite innovative. No one can deny that their research into the Red Death has led to real progress in medicine. I suppose, if I were ever to run a hospital with one, I'd have to make sure they don't get too ambitious. You do that? For me? Why? I just told you the hospital has no money. I can't pay you for your efforts. I suppose you come across a lot of rare ingredients on your travels. I'm sure we could use your help. Thank you. Even if it doesn't work out. Your offer means the world to me. I've been alone with this for so long. It's good to finally have some hope.
Spare a coin.
Oh.
Yes? And here are the remains of Sir Valen himself. Justice finally caught up with him. He was a scoundrel, a drunkard, and a libertine. And an aristocrat, too. At the Camelot court, he plotted, seduced, and stabbed people in the back. Literally. Eventually, he was betrayed himself. And he ended up here, as a common bandit, or rather, as your handful of coins for his head. Hey, care to humor an old soldier with a friendly spar? These bones could use some warming up. That's the spirit. Let's see if I've still got some fight left in me. You had that coming. I fought tougher than you.
You sure about that?
Damn it all, that was pathetic. 2 strikes and I'm on my ass. What happened to me? I used to be a force to be reckoned with. Now I'm just an old fool, shuffling papers and barking orders. Exercise? I don't have time for that. I'll be in the grave before I see results. No, I need something faster, something stronger. Exactly. You're quick. I'll give you that. There are potions, elixirs, things out there that can bring back the strength I've lost. I need one of those. Not some quack remedy, mind you. Something real. Something powerful. If I knew, I'd have fetched it myself. But there's talk of alchemists in the region who dabble in such things. And if anyone's got the gall to brave the wilds for it, it's you. I've also heard about some powerful stuff from the Dalrieta tribes. Trust me, I'm not a fan of those folks. But if it works as they say it does, I'll take it. Good. You'll be paid, of course. Just bring it quick, all right? The idea of sitting around like this for another day is unbearable.
I'll await your return.
Didn't expect to see you here. What's happening with Verkut? Is he going to surrender? Or do I need to use force? Do you think so? That's an intriguing idea. I'll admit I've considered it already. If you claim that Verkut had no intention of harming my soldiers, then his skills will certainly be useful to us in Camelot. I will make sure that he has a quiet place to work, as far from human settlements as possible, just to be safe. Tell Verkut of my decision. Let him make the necessary preparations.
If I just stay put, everything will be okay.
And? What's our situation? What did Denholm say? Oh dear, this is unexpected. It appears Camelot still has a few sharp minds in its service. Well, it's not a perfect solution. As I've said, it's better than dying. In that case, I'll pack my bags and report to Denholm. As for you, you'll be getting the deed to the house. You're going to take care of my house. After all, you just saved my life, but I can't pay you because I'm taking everything with me. The house stays, so you might as well look after it. Here, the Mad Scientist Cottage is now officially yours. Do whatever you wish with it. Burn it down, sell it. I don't care. I have no use for it anymore.
Welcome. Looking for something specific? So he's just old. There's no magic cure for that. Because magic is nonsense. But science? Science has solutions. This is a blend of stimulants and enhancers. It'll make him feel like he's 20 again. Side effects? Sure, there might be some. But what doesn't come with risks? If he's desperate enough, he'll take it. If not, let him rot with his natural decline. Here, take this recipe. But prepare it carefully. Precision matters if you don't want it blowing up in your face. Or his.
I swear, if I catch that bastard, I'll shove all 5 volumes right up his arse. What? Aye, something happened. Some blighter broke in and stole every book about the beautiful Liliana. Not a loose page left. That's most of my income, gone in the wind. That's no something I'd like to think too much about. Aye, one of the soldiers. He threw a fit a few days ago, 'cause I wouldn't sell him the latest volume on credit. There's no chance I'd ever allow that. Give it 2 months, I'd be bankrupt. Aye, 'cause Denholm's got nothing better to do than go around asking his men if they nicked all the porn from the local Del Rita bookshop. I'd be laughed out of his tent. Can't say I wouldn't be grateful. The lad's name is Walter. He's, well, all in all, he's no a bad sort. Just a little hot-headed. So if you do find him, try not to rough him up too much, alright? Let me guess. Your friend's a Camlosian who's heard the Berserker potion can make a man tear a bear's arms from its sockets, and now he thinks he can be like us. Hate to break it to you, but that's no how it works. Our strength comes from battle, from blood, and that brew is Mither's ain rage running in our veins. Besides, it's a tribe secret. I might have left the Volker, but I'm no about to hand over our secrets just to anybody. Camlotions and their love for shortcuts, but fine, have it your way. If your friend thinks swallowing something will help, maybe I can lend a horn. Here, it's harmless. Mostly herbs and a bit of spice. My father used to say true strength lies in the mind. So if your friend is as determined as you say, who knows? This might be enough for them. Good luck convincing them it's the real deal. That's half the battle. I hope you've found a new favourite book. Enjoy your time with it.
Oh, hello there.
Weakness from age. I'm afraid that's something none of us can escape. But even as we grow old, our strength can still be nurtured with care. This herbal brew strengthens the body and clears the mind, but only when used regularly, alongside proper effort, exercising both the mind and body. Here, take the recipe. If your friend seeks a quick fix, this won't satisfy him. True strength comes from consistency, not shortcuts. Please, remind him of that.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Finally, you've been gone long enough. Now that's more like it. Let me see. Ah, that's the stuff. I can feel it already. My muscles are burning, my blood pumping. This is what I needed. It's strong. Almost too strong. But who cares? If it gets me back in the fight, it's worth it. Good work! You know, I might not be everything I used to be. But maybe that's all right. A soldier who can't fight isn't much of a soldier, is he? Still, you've done your part. I'll make it count. Thank you. Truly. Huh. If only my lads were as dutiful and dependable as you are. A man grows old, But he stays a fool, holding on to the idea that service means something, that being a soldier is a calling. But the young ones, they don't see it like that anymore. Oh, something happened, all right. I had a second-in-command named Gert. Good lad. Or so I thought. Trusted him like a son. And what does he do? He deserts! Can you believe it? The last person I'd ever suspect of such betrayal. Unless, of course, there's something I don't know. Some of the lads said he'd been acting strange lately. Then again, maybe it was just nerves, afraid of getting caught in the act. Honestly, I don't know what to think anymore. I'm not. But what else could explain his absence? I see what's happening here in Kunacht. We don't know how long this mission will take, and Gert, well, he was real close with his family. His wife had a bun in the oven when he left. Maybe he got sick of waiting for Denham to grant him leave and just went. Yeah, we do. Pure gold. Never thought I'd see the day I'd be handed a purse for Gert's head. But if you find him, that gold is yours. I know my duty, and I'll do it. Even if it breaks my heart. Because they're Denham's soldiers, not mine. I can't command them. They'd need leave to go into the field. And extra pay for finding Gert. And with those infected with the Red Death roaming the countryside, I doubt Denham's letting anyone out. But you? Seems you've got no problem wandering the wilderness. I'd owe you for that. Maybe he just got lost on patrol. Gert's never been known for his sense of direction. Or maybe the weird night caught out there, and he couldn't find his way back. Either way, I'd pay for any news, good or bad. At least then I'd know what to tell his wife. I just hope Gert hasn't met some terrible fate.
I'll await your return.
Have some spare food or coin?
Always a pleasure to see. Hello there, strange-looking citizen. Are you lost, or just looking for someone? A reputation? Me? For what? Standing around looking tough? Oi, wait a moment. You think I stole those books? Beautiful Liliana is sacred to me, all right? I'd never touch Vrel's stash, I swear. I was saving up for the new volume. Now it's gone? How the hell am I supposed to know what happens to Liliana next? No! I dunno. But there's this red priest hanging around who loves scaring the crap out of soldiers. Always preaching doom and sin, you know? And you know what's worse? That damn priest saying Liliana's, inspiring moments are why I'll be cursed. He told me I'd grow hair on the inside of my palms. What kind of nutter says that to a bloke? Is that even a thing? Damn brother Ismat got me paranoid. Oh, he's probably at the Red Church headquarters. That's where they're always praying and doing whatever it is that Red Priests do. Just be careful. The man's got a way of making you feel like you're already cursed. Creepy bastard. Take care now.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Yes? What reason do you have to interrupt my prayer? What could be more important than this? I know which sinner you speak of. I also know he intended to read those books, tainted with lechery. I could not allow that. Because I know all too well what they do to minds prone to living in impurity. As I know what that man intended to do with his sweaty hands panting over the next chapter. He intended to stain his soul with sin. People who are lost for their entire lives don't even realize they're on a path to nowhere, that each new crossroads only leads them more astray. I only want to protect them from this. I want to ensure that their life's path would have fewer moments of doubt over whether to succumb to temptation or resist it. I have no intention of taking responsibility for what lurks in the shadow of their depraved imaginations. The sin comes from within them, not from me. You will not provoke me. Of course, I am a Red Priest, after all. I know much about the struggles of the spirit, about what shatters a person's dignity, about the acts that cloud the mind with a fog. My conscience is untroubled thanks to my penance. Leave me. I wish to pray. We are the sanctified martyrs. Why do you do? The validity of any Red Church procedures is not for you to judge. Let me pray. We are the Why do you do? Yes, I stole those books that are thick with words yet imparting no virtue, filled with vulgar, scandalous illustrations. What did I plan? To burn them, of course. That is what Miss Liliana deserves. That is the fate that befalls a rakish infidel. Yes, you heard correctly. Do you think I don't know what's in those books? I won't deny it. I took a peek inside. I needed to understand the sheer scale of depravity we are dealing with. I acknowledge that sin is a natural part of the soul, yet equally natural should be penance, to free oneself from that sin. Chasteness does not come easily, but that is why it is a virtue, granting oneself relief through such primitive and vulgar acts, engaging with something as vile as these books. Have you read A Sermon on the Paths of Discipline by Brother Flamen? He makes a proper statement about those types of deviations. Hands that stray toward idle pleasures build no temple. So, what has someone like you gleaned from them? I am most curious, especially since it's written that A hand that lingers on selfish desire serves no purpose higher than itself. Know this. The seed is sacred, meant not for waste, but for the cultivation of life and the service of greater purpose. Of course it serves a purpose, a vain and impure one. Such self-gratification weakens the spirit and body. It compels the heart to submit to every fleeting whim. Meanwhile, to be men means resisting those whims, holding back the hand from striking, restraining the hand from depravity. How can a man be ready to protect his loved ones if he's so willing to blind himself through sin? Just to remind you, a blind man cannot fulfill his service either to his kin or Kay, which makes him barren and forever lost. For sin dwells not in the motion, but in the intent. It is the heart that corrupts, not the body's natural course. I know that clarification by Sixtus. Some may call him rational, but for me he is nothing more than a pervert, trying to justify his depravity. I fear that sometimes this tone is necessary in priestly service. We know human nature all too well, do we not? Avoiding an admission of guilt does not mean avoiding punishment. Someone may treat my teachings with disdain, but ultimately, they will still stand before Kay and her word. Your words, however, are wise, and they lead towards reflection. And there it is, the image of modern humanity, knowing no virtues. Stripping purity from every aspect of life, you kill holiness. And then, in the face of life's hardships, you ask where grace has gone. Do not waste your time searching for trivial problems. It can be put to much better use. Yes, you might be right about that one, stranger. An excellent observation, and a keen use of the passage from A Sermon on Purity and Temperance, I must admit. This is not about control, my child, but about opening the eyes of those who cannot see. Would it not be better if each of us were ready to receive the prophet's word? A body that succumbs to temptation is a weak body. That is precisely why we must maintain purity, to be ready at any moment to receive the grace of the prophet. As Brother Flamen says, treat your body like a sacred place, not a disgusting brothel, as the pursuits of bodily pleasures is like blindness. Through understanding and grace. That is a fragment where Flamen was not mistaken. It is difficult to interpret it otherwise, and his argument is further strengthened by his reference to the texts of esteemed priests. Nevertheless, the matter here is different. It has been stated many times how such acts dull the human mind. Such pleasures are like gathering rotting apples, unproductive at best, and poisonous at worst. So, dear stranger, where did our little discourse lead you? What about my role in all of this? Where would people be without priests, striving to protect them from sin and impurity? Everything is tied to faith. Don't you see? Every act, every gesture of our hand may prove defining. Separating those two orders won't do any good. Enough, stranger. I see you've tried. But I won't debate matters of faith further. I remain unshaken. The books will burn. Now, let me return to my prayer. Let not